Fort Gibson Tigers. Finally back after the missing the 2020 media day due to COVID. Coach Whiteley, would you start us off here with some general comments about your off season and your thoughts as you go into the last few weeks of workouts before your season opener?
Well, first of all, it was good just to get back to some normalcy. You know, spring football, having a pad camp. We had our 7-on-7 passing league at our place again. So, in our Summer Pride program was better. We could have everyone in the weight room. We weren't having to social distance and all that stuff. So it was just a little bit more normal for us this year. It was good to get back in the routine, and our participation was good. You know, our boys do a lot of sports, and you know, a lot of them playing baseball, a lot of them going to basketball and that kind of stuff. But still made the workouts when in town, so that was a good thing. So just nice to get back to normal.
What are your expectations now as you look toward you know, things you need to do here in the next 2 or 3 weeks, and also just your thoughts about the season ahead?
Well, the good thing is, you know, I've been coaching these kids since they were 7th graders, so they know what to expect from me, and I know what to expect from them. We got a strong senior class. Looking forward to see their leadership on the field. You know, we got 2 big scrimmages to start the year. We always start off with Cassia Nuligal. That's exciting to kind of see where we're at. 2 good tradition-rich programs like that'll come in and give us a look, and so we can kind of evaluate where we're at and what we need to adjust on, both offense and defense. And then we, you know, kick it off with our non-district, so which is always tough. And we're just excited. I'm just excited to get everything back. I know I keep saying the same thing over and over, but it just seems like everything's the way it should be right now.
12 years at Fort Gibson, 7 as a head coach, and of course you've been at different other posts prior to coming here. You see different teams take on different personalities. You know, what's unique about this group that, you know, maybe is different than the groups you've had?
Well, I always say, and they've heard me say it many times, but you know, if it's not fun, I don't want to have anything to do with it. You know, I want to have fun. I want to work and get better and all that stuff like every coach wants to do, but let's have a little fun while we're doing it. It's a fun group. I mean, you know, we have a great locker room on the field. The presence of the kids on the field is good, and I just like to, you know, I mean, not only are we coaching these kids, we're trying to build some relationships for later on down the line. You know, where I can find out about these guys and their lives, and I want to have fun with them. You know, I want to go out there and coach them hard and have fun, and if that means winning games, that's perfect.
Trey, I'm going to ask you something here about that, and I want to kind of bring it into the line. The line is always the guys that get the fewest mentions in the paper, you know, the guys, the unsung heroes and all. But, you know, that almost gives you kind of an opportunity to have a cult-like deal between yourselves. Talk about the chemistry and the personality of the guys that are up front on this football team.
Yes, definitely. We have 3 of our returning starters coming, so that will be really big. And I feel like the line is super close, so that's super good.
Okay. Rody, I'll have that one for you next. Go ahead and on the line and the personality of this line and how you guys, you know, bond as a group.
I just feel like we've always went to school together, so we're all like really close, and we're all just like buddies.
Okay. Toby, I know we've talked a little bit this summer. You know, what are your expectations going forward here? What, you know, kind of grade this team. You be the head coach here for about a couple of minutes here, and tell me what's on your mind as you look toward 2021.
I think it's just going to be a good year all around. Defense is looking really good. Offense is looking better than it was last year. We'll be a way better team, I think.
What about yourself? As you grade yourself, what do you feel better about looking at yourself now than you say a year ago?
Ball handling skills, holding on to the ball.
Okay. Evaluate this line that you're going to be running behind. Talk about them, the offensive line.
They're pretty big, so I don't think we'll have a problem with them.
Okay. What about COVID and the struggle that you guys went through to do the things you needed to do but couldn't, and now this year having pretty much the full run of the mill? Coach did say several, play other sports and stuff, so you've had that, but you usually have that kind of routine in a regular year anyway. So compare this year, what you've been able to do with COVID, and how much easier it's been.
I don't really know. It's been pretty much the same for me.
Of course, if you're working hard, it's not easier. So that's kind of a twisted question on my part. What do you feel like you gained more or you missed more having gone through a full summer and spring this year compared to what you missed out on the year before? I feel like we got a whole lot more work in than we did the year before. Just a whole lot more. Okay. Back over here to Trey, kind of the same thing. I don't know how much, weightlifting on your own you did last year and all, but kind of talk about the contrast between dealing with what y'all had to deal with during the COVID year and so far this year.
It was definitely a lot easier this year because we could be together and we didn't have to split up for conditioning, so that was a lot better. But it was also good because we could be together outside of and get in extra work, so that was a lot easier.
Okay, Tim, a lot is said about senior leadership, senior responsibility. You got some seniors here. What about the leadership on this team, and can you describe what kind of leadership it is?
On this team, it's like an all effort. Everybody puts in the leadership. We do our own part to help others if they don't know what they're doing.
Is any one particular guy, the loud guy, everybody that, when you go into the locker room and the coaches aren't talking or the coaches hadn't gotten there yet and y'all run to the locker room at half, is there one guy in there that steps up and is the vocal guy?
I would believe Jackson, Purdue.
Okay.
Yeah, he's always doing it.
Jackson could probably text his messages if he's watching here since he's not here today. But what will make you a better player this year as you look toward, evaluate yourself and your personal goals? What is the one thing that you want to be able to do? Is it mental? Is it physical? And kind of be specific if you can.
Mentally.
Okay, tell me about that a little bit.
Trying to keep my head right, stay in the right kind of focus.
Okay, so when we talk about mentally, it's more the psychological instead of watching film and studying film and knowing it like the back of your hand. Is
That's a big part of it, yes.
Okay. What about you, Trey? What's the thing that you need to work on the most here in terms of your personal goals? Is it on the mental side or physical side? And can you elaborate?
I would definitely say mine is a physical side with, I had way too many snap infractions last year and I would like to work on making that 0.
Okay. Toby, I asked both of you guys this. Your diet, your training regimen, the things you put into your system. And you can answer that either in terms of bulking or just conditioning. What is the go-to thing that you must have during the summer for that, and which one?
Pre-workout.
Pre-workout, okay. What is it? What do you put in? What's your go-to drink or go-to food or whatever?
Water and pancakes.
Water and what?
Pancakes.
Okay, pancakes with plain or just
Syrup and peanut butter.
how many? What's
3.
the over/under on Toby West's pancake breakfast?
3.
Okay, just 3. Okay. Well, Brody, what about you?
I'd probably say like just like chicken and rice.
For breakfast?
No.
Oh, that's your pre. So
No, that's like lunch.
Throughout the day, basically lunch and dinner. Okay.
Yeah.
What what is your focus on, and when you look at self-improvement going forward? Is it on the mental side or the physical side?
I'd probably say more physical and just like get stronger and just like more athletic.
Okay. Chicken's pretty good though for breakfast if you put it on an egg burrito, by the way. So, Coach, you look at this district, and you know you had a really good start last year. You know, it kind of faded in the end. You know what's coming back, different teams. You know, can you kind of size this up and the challenges ahead for you guys schedule-wise?
Well, I mean, yeah, we did have a good start, and these kids played well. The thing about that, I thought kind of lost us a little bit of momentum. We're sitting there at 6-0, and the next two games we lose both of them by a total of 4 points. You know, both games could have gone either way. I think that kind of it helps. It hurt us last year. I think it helps us this year, and if we get in those kind of situations, these guys have been there. And I think we can be the team. We need to be the team that wins those close ones. You know, we lost 14-13, and the other one was, I don't know, 35-32 or something like that to Salisal. But, you know, it's just getting over the hump and be able to win those close games. That could have put us at 8-0, and then, you know, playing Hilldale and Poto those last two games, you never know what could have happened there. But it's top to bottom, tough district. 4A4 has always been tough.
I'm going to give this as a jump ball, and whoever wants to take it, grab it, but somebody grab it. What did you learn from last year's experience, both on the front end and the back end, that makes you a better player going forward?
I would definitely say never get too comfortable, because I feel like we got pretty used to winning, and we kind of let our guard down and we fell short.
With, you know, Poto in the district is the team to beat, and yet we all know about the Hilldale-Fort Gibson rivalry. Is there, who on that schedule do you look at and it gets your blood, you know, churning and all? And I know the coach will say one game at a time, but you know, you look at the roster or you look at the schedule. Which game do you look at and say, this is one I got to get? Toby?
I say either Hilldale or Salisal.
Okay. Why Salisal? That's a new one. I mean, that's the one that I didn't necessarily expect, but talk about that one.
Last year's seniors had a kind of like a beef with them, kind of. And they would always, when they beat us, they would go in their locker room and just blare music where we could hear it. And so we want to be able to do that to them.
Okay.
Or I do, at least.
Brody, you got a different answer?
No, I'm probably going to go with Salisal or Hilldale too. But
Okay.
Salisal just because, like, they were a pretty decent baseball team, and so I feel like that just carries over to football. Like, it'd be nice to beat them in football.
Okay. Coach, you want to wrap us up here? Final comments?
Yeah, I'd like to beat Salisal too. For one thing, you know, Scotty Bethel is our defense coordinator. He's a Salisal boy, and you know that always hurts to go back. And you know, like I said, we've lost the last 2 years to him by almost identically the same score, less than 4 points. 4 points or less in the last 2 years, and it's always been at the end of the game. And it's budding into a pretty good rivalry right now. But we need to win some of those games. But you know, I just look forward to getting out there and get going. And you know, like I said, you know, one game at a time. We got to start off with Berry Hill, so it'll be a tough team to beat, but we got the boys to do it.
Well, good luck to the Fort Gibson Tigers in 2021. Guys, thank you.